It's mid-October, work is going crazy, and I just want to read my mood. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do is finish Blood Moon. Other than that, we just have a tiny TBR. And what I mean with tiny is we are choosing tiny books for the TBR because I have long days and I like to read my fantasy fast. So tiny books. We chose randomly Thin Spines in the hopes of not going into a slump. Here's a really quick update to The Blood Moon by Brittany S. Lewis. Blood Moon. I'm 167 pages in, chapter 24, and literally nothing happened. She went to college. That's basically it. 167 pages in. What? So much teenage angst, like. Okay, I'm not DNFing Blood Moon just because I already have. I mean, I only have like 150 pages left. Okay. I was wondering through the whole book if this was a fanfic of Twilight. And it absolutely is. Like, even you have to say it out loud, Bella. He calls her Bells in Blood Moon. Which is, if you know, you know, huh? And it's so, it's like you take the skeleton of Twilight, and instead of a vampire, it's a werewolf, but there's also vampires, and it's exactly the thing same, just reversed. And Twilight is better. Okay, I believe this is gonna be my first official rant review. I'm still like a few pages away from finishing it, and I'm gonna finish it now. Sprinkle a little bit of underworld in there too. He's not only a werewolf, but he's also a vampire. Ugh. Nope. At least he's not pussying around when it comes to actually, biting and stuff. Not like the 4 books we had to endure the last time. I finished it. I don't know how, but I finished it. My God. Okay. The book is 390 pages. Nothing happens until 320 pages or 300 pages. And then we have all the reveals. And then it stops, not even in a good cliffhanger. Like, 1 star. 1 star. 1 star. Beautiful edition, but my God, it's a shit book. Sorry. Like, no. Okay, guess my mood. Guess my opinion about this book. I'm DNFing Seduction Theory. I read like 40 pages of it, and no, I just I'm bored of the ego is looking soulless in another woman's arms. Nope. Don't care, don't want it. Thank you. I will pick up The River Has Roots by Amal El Motar. It's also pretty thin. I need quick wins right now. Stuff that is like not dragging me on for hours and hours and hours. So we'll keep you updated on that. Also, the writing style in Seduction Theory was something I could not get used to. Some of the sentences felt unfinished and very abrupt. So I never really fell into a rhythm with the book. Maybe that's even more of an issue. Let's talk about this week of mood reading. We have always some theme weeks in between, and as you know, I'm reading the Cosmere this year, the year of Cosmere, and I actually only have 5 books left. However, some of those books are really hefty. So this week, I really felt like reading short books. I don't know why, but every time I was like, oh, this is more than 200 pages. No. So this is my stack. See, very, very, very little. Discontent by Beatrice Serrano was probably one of my favorite reads this week. It's so uncomfortably close to reality of an office worker. So if you're an office worker and you're a little bit disillusioned with corporate world and all the politics in there and just some of the really disgusting things that happen in the office, this is for you. I loved it. I swore it up. I went and recommended to other office worker girls that I know. I would absolutely tell you to go and read this book. Next chapter bookshop. So I thought this is your next, cozy kind of book related book story. But it's so much more. It has magical realism in it in a way that makes it really, really charming. It's about a charming bookstore that needs to stay independent compared to being bought and made yet into another one of those big corporate bookshops. There's a cute cat. There is a love story in there that I could have, didn't need to, was fine. You know, could have, didn't need to. But very comforting and nice. My DNF for this week, I could not get. So I don't like infidelity in books. If you don't like infidelity in books, then this is not for you. And you know, this is gonna, especially if my family sees this, I'm not giving books away. I keep my books. My books are my treasure. They stay where they are, and even if it's a children book, it will stay with me. However, this one goes, it was so bad that I don't want to even keep it. I don't want to have it in my library. I don't want to be associated with it after this video ever again. So this goes. Sorry, Emily, Adrian. I'm very sorry, Emily. Next book. The River Has Roots by Amal El Mota. Read this book. It's small. It's easy to read. Read it. It's so charming. It's basically a fairy tale of two sisters singing two trees, and there are different kind of realms combined on this world, and it doesn't have an happy ending. It kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. Like the solution is not a perfect fairy tale one, which I really loved. I would absolutely tell you to go read it because it's so wonderful, and it was the writing was just like a bomb to your soul after this one. Yeah. I read a short Sanderson book, and it is Dawn Shard by Brandon Sanderson. It is a Stormlight Archive 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. I just read book 3, and I actually also started book 4 now. And this is between 3 and 4. It is, again, Sanderson has a talent to write really amazing standalones. This could have been a standalone. While the context of the Stormlight Archive is helpful to read this book, I don't think you technically need to know all of the context to enjoy this book. I really don't think so. There's a thing, like, I don't understand. You have Sanderson, who writes lavish, brawling worlds that have like history, magic system, political systems. You have political intrigue, you have battles, you have love stories, you have everything in those books, and they're humongous. And then you have little standalones like that one, because I think it could be a standalone, that are just as in depth as his big books, and give you the same sort of feeling as his big books. I don't understand his magic. I don't understand it. I gobbled this, like, I mean, all the books I read in a day, right? Like, it's not no, not all in one day. I needed 1 day per book. Oh yeah, I had the same thing with Tress of the Emerald Sea, where this little piece of what we were able to read in such a rich world, where you go like this, like, I wish this was just like could be also a comic. It would, like, seriously could have been like, I wish Miyazaki would pick up Tress of the Emerald Sea, you know, make it Nausicaa or something like that. Like, he is a magician, and I don't know how he does it. And he's producing book after book after book. Where does he take it from? Like, literally, where does he take it from? Anyway, enough fangirling about Sanderson. Now, if you are a more structured reader, like you have TBRs, you have themes, you have la 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 la, give yourself in between a mood reading week or a mood reading time. I felt like I was like sliding into a reading slump, which I don't have in usually in fall. Fall is like prime. Winter, fall is my prime reading. This is where I get my most of my reading done. And I felt like I was sliding into a reading slump because I have like all those advanced reader copies that I want to read, and I committed to, and I take my commitment to being an advanced reader very, very seriously. So I had this moment of like, I need to step. So what I did before I decided to do mood reading week is I finished all my advanced reader reviews, and then I stopped requesting, or I stopped accepting, because there's two ways, right? I stopped requesting, at least for the next few weeks, advanced reader copies, because I already did a whole bunch of like holiday books. So I stopped going that route to just, read what I have and read just after my mood, to calm down the slumpiness around it. Anyway, I had a spectacular week because, you know, you have to read the bad ones to know what the good ones are. And actually, being mad at seduction theory was also good, because Like it, even the bad ones ignite passion, and I think that's what really is saving you from slums. Even if the book is bad and you can be passionate about being the book being bad, um you have an emotion around it, right? So this is enough about mood reading. Next week is the last week before Halloween, and I will dive into that. See you next week. I hope you have a spooky week and the best reads. Goodbye.